Mr. Man, Australia. Mr. Nosey, Australian made. Mr. Nosey liked to know about everything that was going on. He was always poking his nose into other one's business. Mr. Nosey was the sort of person who, if he came to a locked door, couldn't resist looking through the keyhole to see why the door had been locked. Mr. Nosey was the sort of person who, if he found a parcel for somebody else, would simply have to open it to find out what was inside. Mr. Nosey was the sort of person who, if he was reading a book, would much rather read the Book of Twilight. Hey! Don't you poke your nose on my book! Strangely, as you can imagine, Mr. Nosey was not very popular. The ponies did not like the way Mr. Nosey would peek and pry into their affairs. They did not like it at all. But did that stop Mr. Nosey peeking and prying? It did not. Mr. Nosey lived in a house in a place called Greendale. The ponies decided that Mr. Nosey was becoming much too nosy. So they held a meeting to discuss what to do with him. We must find some way of stopping him being so nosy, said Applejack. That's right, said Rainbow Dash. He needs to be taught a lesson. If only we can think of a way to stop him poking his nose into everything, said Twilight Sparkle. Let me think. And then a small smile came across her face. Ah, listen, she said. I have a plan. All her friends gathered round to listen to her plan. The following morning, Mr. Nosey was out walking in the village when he heard a pony doing up a song. Underground, overground, one belief, I wonder what's going on here, he thought to himself. And tiptoeing up to the door, he quietly opened it and peeked in. Clunk! Was a pile of books right on the end of Mr. Nosey's nose, which were music ones. Oh dear, I am so sorry, said Twilight, who was doing a song from the Wombles, her cover. Poor Mr. Nosey had to bandage his nose. Twilight chuckled to herself. The plan had begun. The next day, Mr. Nosey was passing a sports field when he saw Rainbow Dash doing a toss. I wonder what's going on here, he thought to himself. And standing at the edge, he watched the toss. Thump went a string ball right at the end of Mr. Nosey's nose. "Oh dear, I am sorry," said Rainbow, who was taking in the tossing lessons. Poor Mr. Nosey walked off with a sore nose. Rainbow chuckled to herself. The plan was working. The next day Mr. Nosey was visiting Sloping Main when he heard splashing. I wonder what's going on here, he thought to himself. He went walking up to the barrel when something went splash on the end of Mr. Nosey's nose, like some fruit juice. "Oh, dagnabbit, I am sorry," said Applejack, who was making fruit juice. Poor Mr. Nosey walked off, dirty and wet. Applejack giggled. The plan was working very well indeed. The following morning, Mr. Nosey was walking in the woods when he heard some soaring. I wonder what's going on here, he thought to himself, and he crept up behind a tree. He was just about to peer out from behind the tree when it suddenly came to him that if he did, something very nasty might happen to his nose. So he went on his way without being nosy. Behind a tree with a saw in his claw stood Spike. When he saw that Mr. Nosey had gone on his way without being nosy, he laughed and laughed and laughed. The plan had worked. Spike went to tell Twilight and her friends. "Did he poke his nose on you, Spike?" "No, he didn't." The plan really had worked, because after that, Mr. Nosey had stopped being nosy and soon became very good friends with the ponies and one dragon. And that's really the end of the story, except to say that if you ever attempted to be as nosy as Mr. Nosey used to be, you'd better expect one thing, a very sore nose.